The true blessing of caregiving is that we, as caregivers, are enabled to do something extraordinary for someone we love. When Mom stopped driving around 2015, I started driving back and forth to where she was once a week and planning whatever I could, her doctor's appointments, if she wanted to visit with somebody, if we just wanted a day out, I would always plan those on that one day a week. She had moved into an apartment on her own in Sanford, and about 2.5 months after she moved was when things got difficult. She broke her hip. So she moved into assisted living in Sanford, a really nice independent assisted living. She still had her own apartment, but she had 24-hour staff. And I kind of kept the same protocols. Once a week, I would drive down, I would bring her groceries, I would prepare whatever she needed for the week, take her out, we'd bring her up to Portland for her doctor's appointments, or I'd take her to visit her friends. I was working 2 jobs at the time, but I was working in hospitality, so I had a flexible nighttime, daytime scheduling that I could work those things around. And I did that for about 3 years. And in 2020, just a few months after the pandemic hit, she had a fall where she lived. Unfortunately, the facility at that point had realized that she was at a stage where this independent aspect of the facility was not going to fit her anymore. And they asked us to start looking for a place for her to go that would provide more support for her. And I learned that you could be paid to take care of a loved one at home, and that I would become her caregiver. The Southern Maine Agency on Aging, they were the ones who kind of led me through the process. I learned that they had an adult day program for folks that have any type of dementia or neurodiversity, like my mom, and could use a few hours away from their current situation, and their caregivers could use a little bit of a break. The first couple of times that she came, driving out of the parking lot without her in the car, it's traumatizing. And I thought, oh, you have 3 hours and there's nobody in your passenger seat, and that's never happened in 2 years, and I'm gonna call my friend. As we were talking, the anxiety that I started feeling because my mother was gone. Part of the whole caregiving process that people who are not in it don't understand is that while we are taking care of our loved ones and we're making sure they can live a life that they might not have access to otherwise, we are also grieving every day that we're losing them, because we see the changes and we see how challenged that they are and how frustrated they are. But we also know that they are, for all intents and purposes, heading down a very short road, and we're trying to steward that road while we're seeing them head there, and there's nothing we can do to stop it. So there's this whole discussion around live grieving that we're doing while we're trying to take care of them and take care of ourselves. What happens when your loved one doesn't want to go into a nursing home? You don't want your loved one to go to a nursing home. The Agency on Aging, it was through them, not only did I find out about this program, the adult day program, but they also were offering an online Zoom support group. And that has been key because of people who are willing to stay home 100% of the time and dedicate their lives to helping another human being. Our loved ones still know that they have a value and that people still appreciate them, and people still want to be with them.